Hi everyone, my name is Catherine. You can call me Kat, and happy Valentine's Day! Woo! It is the day of love, of romance, of cool friendships, and other great positive things. For this video, I wanted to share an artist's work that I've fallen in love with long ago, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I learned about him in college, which was really cool, and that is Alphonse Mucha. Yes! If you don't know of his work, he is a Czech artist who is very well known for his style during the Art Nouveau era. And the Art Nouveau era happened between the 1890s, 1910s, something around there, and it was all about decorative ornamental design within architecture, um, fashion, posters, advertisements, so on and so forth. All forms of art. So Alphonse Mucha became really well known during that time, especially for his theater posters for Sarah Bernhardt, who was a very well known or very popular performer during that time in Paris. I'm just like glazing over all the stuff he's done. His work is, I love his work because it's just gorgeous, for one, but I think it's pretty amazing that he's able to use really bold line work while also bringing out these soft elements within his portraits, within the jewelry or pattern he's created, the sketches. It's an interesting balance that he's able to create within his style. So yeah, yep, he's cool. Today, to challenge myself, show a little love for the artist and his work, and maybe for like a Valentine's Day special, I thought it would be really cool to redraw one of his pieces, particularly Dance, which was part of his collection titled The Arts. It was created in the late 1800s, sometime then, I can't remember what date. His style is very different from how I draw, or like the final image is very different, is drastically different. Of course, I'm using different media from him, but this is, yeah, the results are going to be really interesting. I'm really curious to see how this turns out, and I hope you guys are too. So let's go. Hey everyone, this is editing Catherine from the future. Sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to let you know that this upcoming Sunday, Valentine's Day, I will be streaming on Twitch at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The plan is to just draw some cute Valentine's Day stuff and talk with you guys and maybe take in requests. I don't have a set idea of what to do just yet, but it's gonna be Valentine's Day themed. Hope to see you there. Link will be in description, and back to the video. Okay, welcome back. Here is the refined sketch that I created. It took me quite a bit of time to get this composition to how it looks in the original, or Alphonse Mucha's piece. Oh, I should also say, so for this I am drawing Alphonse Mucha's dance piece within my style, and I'm going to change it up in tidbits to make it look more Valentine's themed. It's not going to look exact because holy smokes, he is just too much of a master of anatomy, and yeah, I am actually really struggle with drawing humans, so having this reference to draw this was actually really nice. It takes me a longer time to draw people rather than drawing creatures or animals. So yeah, I already created the refined sketch here, and to get to this point, where I first created a, what you might call this, like a gesture drawing, sort of, just to figure out what parts need to, what parts need to make it look like this, his original image. I just got the feeling in the gesture. After that, I created a sketch, and this one's a bit more messy. Oh, and I really tried to make it look like she didn't break her neck, because in here, like, damn, bro, that's crazy, this neck right here. Like, holy smokes. but it still looks anatomically right or correct in this one, and that's what I tried to do in my piece, but I changed it quite a bit. And yeah, and then I created this refined sketch. The background is not good. The background elements are not gonna look like this. They're gonna have hearts and look more Valentine's themed. But yeah, so now I'm just going to jump into line working everything, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I finished all the line work. It took me quite a bit of longer than usual from how I usually ink my work. But I really like the movement that's going on within her hair and the movement within the fabrics. I didn't add this piece that's going over her dress, the lady's dress, and instead made it form so it's going downwards right here. Oh, where'd my line go? There we go. So it's folding and going down that way. The plan is to make these areas transparent or not transparent, translucent, so we can see that the this cloth is covering those parts. Or maybe I should make it not translucent. I don't know. Questions. Later Catherine problems to figure out. And yeah, it looks good. I'm very excited. I also did a little bit of a color comp. So, and I took these colors based off of what was in the image. I just sampled it and then just put it on here. So, yeah, I think the colors will change a bit. Like for instance, I made her hair lighter in this because when I shade, it is gonna get darker, and the way I shade it will make it darker. But yeah, I think she's looking cute. Her neck don't look like she's broken, which is great. And I am very proud of my feet. And this darn hand, like, holy smokes. Look how good the hand is! Well, mostly. I think it doesn't look right up here, but I'm not sure how to fix it at the moment. So, that's okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna start doing flats and get back to you guys when I start shading and highlighting, because I want to show you guys how cool the lasso tool is. But yeah, thanks for joining so far. I will talk to you in a bit. To show the magic of the lasso tool, I will just go step by step on how I do it. Hopefully it makes sense. If not, I can do a whole video on it. I'm totally cool with that too. Let's look at her skin. So this is the layer with her skin color on it. It's the flats is what I call it. And actually, honestly, I love this color. It's beautiful. But anyways, I airbrushed where I believe there should be soft shading on her skin. The shadows are behind her, if that makes sense. So the shadows should be down here, while the light is going to be coming from up in this area. So that's how so I airbrushed some of the shading with the regular airbrush, the soft round 50%. I really like this brush for my first layer of shadows. And I have 3 steps for shadows. Yeah, and they come in each layer. So, first layer, or 4 layers if you include the flat. So we got the flat layer of the skin, 1 layer that's clipped to the flat on multiply, so it's darker, and I airbrushed it on. And then I used a textured brush that I have in Procreate. It's similar to the Bonobo chalk brush in Procreate, and I put it on multiply. I clipped it to the mat. I clipped it to the skin layer, and now it's darker, and it adds this extra bit of texture that I really like within my work. After I've done that, now comes the hard shadows. And the point of the hard shadows, and the darker shadows, is to make it look like this. It works really well, I think, for line work. And if you are struggling finding a different way of shading or want to try something new, I highly recommend trying it this way. So to get this effect, I use the magic lasso tool again, and I figure out where I think the shading's going to be. So pretty much right now with the lasso tool, I'm shaping out where the shadows are. So there we go. Okay, so that's where I think a shadow should be. This whole lassoed piece. And so this is on another, I don't know if I said it, but this is on another layer that's multiplied. All of my shadow layers are multiplied because it makes it darker, and I don't have to think too hard about like, oh, does this color match? I don't know. So I got that on the 3rd layer, clipping layer. Now I'm going to get my textured brush. You can also use the soft round brush again, because it has a soft edge on the brush. And now I have my color chosen and the shape of the shadow lassoed. Now I'm gonna go in and with light pressure and slowly building up, I'm going to start placing where that shadow actually into the piece. So you see, there we go. Alright, so once I remove the lasso tool, we're going to get these hard edges, but it's still going to be soft in certain areas. Or at least I hope it's soft in certain areas. See? Ta-da! Shading! This piece I think needs to actually be a little bit darker, so there we go. So there we are. It creates a hard edge, but I don't have to use line work to create that hard edge. I can just use the lasso tool to create it. And it also has it's lighter in certain areas and darker in others, which is really great. So lighter down here, darker right here. And that was all just with the lasso tool. I love the lasso tool, man. It's one of my favorites. Without it, I couldn't do shading, that's for sure. Okay, maybe I could, but it would be gosh darn hard. And now it's just about finishing up the shading and then going into highlights, and I will check back in with you guys once I get further along. Okay. Hi guys! So, image is done! Woo! Oh man. That was, well, it was a whole day of drawing, which is really great. I really like creating these videos and challenging myself. So, I really like the finished product, or the finished piece at the end, of what you just saw. I think you can see the heavy influence that I took from Alphonse Mucha, especially with the pose and movement within his work that I incorporated into mine, of course. Definitely colors are different and style definitely, but I'm really surprised. He and I have very drastically different styles in my opinion. It's just me though. But I think I was able to create a really amazing piece based off of his work. So thanks Alphonse Mucha. I love your work. If you're looking for more information about Alphonse Mucha, there will be links down in the description. There are actually some really cool documentaries on YouTube that you can watch if you have time or maybe in the background. And let me know what you think of Alphonse Mucha and the work that we just created in the comments. Also, please feel free to share some of your favorite artists that inspire you and whose work that you just really enjoy. I'm always looking for more inspiration and to expand my knowledge on, yeah, different artists, both historical and contemporary. Everywhere, man, everywhere. Thank you for dropping by and joining me in creating this piece. It was a blast to make and it's something I thought would be a great challenge. I learned a lot from it. I hope you all have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And sure to tell someone in your life that you love them and that you appreciate them. It doesn't have to just be a romantic partner, friends and family work too. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!